G'day everybody, thank you. Obviously we've still continued to have an emergency management approach to managing this issue more broadly. I just want to repeat some of the messages that Len had, particularly around testing. It is important if you've got even mild symptoms to have that testing done. Yes, there's been some easing on the social distancing restrictions and the ministerial directions. But I just want to reinforce that that's not a free-for-all. It's not a green light to do whatever you want to travel and move around just for recreational purposes or because you feel like it. If you're travelling or engaging in outdoor activities or gathering in groups, it should only be for an essential purpose and in compliance with the ministerial directions. They are still in place for a reason, and we do fear a second wave, and we're seeing in other countries a second wave, particularly in rural communities, because people took liberties with the few restrictions that were released. So they're in place for a reason. They are still enforceable, and we will enforce them as is necessary. We do know there are people that are doing it quite hard with being isolated. We know there are people that are doing it hard with not being able to access work and not going to school and having kids at home, and there's a lot of stress in a lot of homes. But the directions are there for a reason, and people must obey them, otherwise they're breaking the law. And look, we understand it's hard on people, and been things with funerals and weddings and things have had to go by the wayside, and we understand the frustrations. I mean, we had a funeral for my old dad 3 weeks ago, and we could only have 10 people in the chapel, which was extremely hard. But these are the sacrifices you've got to make in the interest of the greater good for the public. So I just want to reinforce the importance of observing those directions and not taking liberties and doing things that are going to put us at peril of a second wave, because that's not what we want. Because we've got to ramp these ministerial directions up again. It's going to be a lot more painful than the first time round, and heaven knows how long they'll last. So let's play a smart game. So I'm going to hand over now to the member for Cootamundra, Stephanie Cook.